Everybody, this is the last chapter of the book, What Was Ellis Island? This is chapter 8, called Ellis Island Today. On September 10th, 1990, Ellis Island's doors reopened. Now the main building was a museum. Its purpose was to recall the human drama that occurred within these walls. Today, the Ellis Island National Monument is one of the most popular historic landmarks in the country. It's not surprising. The 2 million people who visit each year arrive by ferry, just as the immigrants did. They follow the immigrants' footsteps into the baggage room of the main building. It looks the way it did in the 1910s. Trunks, suitcases, and cloth bags are piled about, tagged with numbers from the ship's manifests. Visitors then climb the stairway where doctors once carefully watched immigrants for signs of bad health. Upstairs, they enter the giant space of the Great Hall. The voices of immigrants can be heard over loudspeakers, speaking about their experiences. In smaller rooms, visitors see where detainees ate, slept, and waited. On view are belongings of past immigrants, landing cards, photographs, children's toys, clothes, and more. An interactive exhibit contains old manifest records from the ships that immigrants sailed on. Anyone can look through them to discover relatives. Today, 4 out of 10 Americans can trace their family history back to Ellis Island. If you have family members who went through Ellis Island, you can view their manifest records online at http://www.ellisisland.org. At present, immigrants are once again coming to America in great numbers. For many years, the number of immigrants has topped 1 million. People come to America for the same reasons as before. Behind them lie war, prejudice, and poverty. Ahead of them lies the American dream. In 1965, Congress ended quotas set on countries. However, limits on total immigration remain in place. The laws are always changing. American citizens still debate the larger questions of immigration. What limits should there be? Who should be allowed to enter the country? How Americans answer those questions decides who we are. Most monuments honor a famous person. Not Ellis Island. Ellis Island National Monument honors ordinary people. Millions of them passed through this small island in New York Harbor and went on to help build the United States. Let's read about photographers. Over the years, photographers were drawn to Ellis Island to take pictures of immigrants. Augustus Sherman, who worked at Ellis Island, captured more than 200 portraits of immigrants, many of them wearing their native clothes. Most likely, the people who posed for him were being detained on the island. Today, a number of Sherman's portraits hang in the Ellis Island Immigration Museum. Let's take a look at the last pages. We have a timeline of Ellis Island. Let's look at the timeline. 1776. Around this time, Samuel Ellis buys the island that will bear on his name from then on. 1808, the US government buys Ellis Island. 1855, Castle Garden at the tip of New York City opens to admit immigrants. 1890, the federal government takes over control of immigration from individual states, and the building of the first immigration station begins on Ellis Island. The island's size is doubled. 1897, on June 15th, a fire completely destroys the island's wood buildings. 1900, on December 19th, the present brick and stone main building opens. 1907, in this peak year of immigration, 1,285,349 immigrants passed through Ellis Island. 1917, Ellis Island is used to detain enemies during World War I. 1921, the Emergency Quota Act limits the number of immigrants to America. 1941, Ellis Island serves as a detainment center and training grounds during World War II. 1954, on November 12, Ellis Island officially closes. 1976, Ellis Island is opened for tours, but the island is badly run down. 1990, the Ellis Island Immigration Museum opens in the restored main building. Let's also look finally at a timeline of the world, things that were happening around the world during the same period of time that we read about Ellis Island. 1775, the Revolutionary War is fought until 1783. In 1845, the Irish potato famine begins. This is what caused many Irish to want to leave their home country and come to the United States. 1886, the Statue of Liberty, a gift from France, is stationed in New York Harbor. 1903 until 1906, pogroms in Russia kill thousands of Jews. This was another reason why many Jewish people wanted to come to live in the United States. 1910, Angel Island Immigration Station opens in San Francisco Bay, California, to admit Asian immigrants. 1915, government in Turkey murders 1.5 million Armenians from 1915 to 1923. 500,000 escaped to America. 1917, the United States enters World War I. 1928, Alexander Fleming discovers penicillin. 1941, on December 7th, Pearl Harbor is attacked and America enters World War II. And 1965, the Immigration Act of 1965 ends quota laws. This is when the government stopped limiting the number of people who could come as immigrants from specific countries. They continued to limit the total immigration, but not immigration from any specific countries. That ended in 1965. Okay. So that's it, everyone. That is the end of our book, What Was Ellis Island? Thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.